You're locked in.
Yeah.
You're just starting it.
Yep.
I'm hearing you.
This part. But, do you want one of these? It's up to you.
No, what is that? It's an energy drink, right?
It's not an energy drink. It's like a stoutzer.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. That's why I said no.
Well, no, it's like it's water. It's like carbonated water and alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good still.
Okay.
I'm
It's up
good
to you.
still. I'm good.
Yeah. I only have one left, so.
What's the plan?
The plan.
You want to talk about what we were talking about before?
Sure. Yeah.
It had to do with, you asked me something, what's my goal? I think that's how it started.
Yeah, I asked you. I was telling you like what I want to do, and then I was like, "Yo, what's your plan?" I was literally talking about going back to work and being like, "I'm fucking tired of this shit. Like, I need something. I need an escape plan, you know, and like just how I want to get there and stuff, and how I keep making excuses. Like, I'm gonna return to school. I'm gonna pursue a career. Blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah.
And it's like at the end of the day, every single time I go through that, you know, this is not my first time going through that. Every single time I go through it, I end up fucking depressed as shit. Like, I just know I need to make shit work the way I see it, you know? And I think,
I hear you.
I don't want to say anything, but you could talk for yourself. And then I asked you, what is your plan?
Yeah.
And what did you say? You got to say the abstract one.
Yeah, I said that my plan is to, it has to do with like locking in God. Like, my plan is to build myself up to a point where like I know like why I'm here, that God's with me, like just building up that trust, that belief, like accepting the truth that like he's there.
Okay.
Not necessarily where I'm going. I'm not really concerned about what I'm going. I'm just concerned about, do I know the road I'm walking, and do I understand that he's with me? That's kind of all I wanted to do at this point. Okay. But you're saying I should know where I'm going.
The way you put it now was eloquent, and it's hard to rebuttal.
I know that, but that's how I am though. That's actually that's just my personality. That's my personality.
Before that, when I was talking to you, you were saying like, I want to be fulfilled. I want to feel like I know where I'm going, and I was like, these are way too abstract.
Yeah.
And then I said like being a few years older, I was like, yo, I've been through that ringer, and the only place it led me to was more pain and more misery because my goals were so poorly defined. It's like that it's important to know where you're going, because another thing is like the only way you're gonna get the possibility to build your connection and stuff is to have time to build that connection and stuff, right? How do you survive while on earth? You know, like what type of lifestyle do you see yourself living? Like my answer to that has changed a lot dramatically, because I don't know, I've just seen a lot of ups and downs financially growing up and stuff.
Right.
And then also obviously as an adult feeling it and just seeing the lifestyle I'm living and just seeing like, I don't mind it, but it's like eventually I'm going to reach a point where I'm much older, and it's like, can I continue to live the way that I live? Right now it's dope. Like right now I love it. I can't even lie. Like I get a lot of time to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know? But can I do it forever? That's a scary question, because like if I want to do it forever, I would be concerned for myself. Like I probably could. Do I want to do it? No. I want to grow. I want to change. I want to learn so much stuff. That's why I'm asking you, what's the goal? Like, you know, what's the plan? Like, how do you create the next step in your journey and stuff? And we know it doesn't have to be material and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, you have to survive. You have to find a way to survive. So it's okay if it includes money, if it includes a lifestyle and stuff.
So we're not going to talk about what I said before. You know what I'm saying? So that's just there. And then I'm going to say what I said now.
Feel free to add in.
Yeah. So what I'm going to add in is that I want to build sort of a safe space for one reality where I could just keep pushing out content, keep just spewing out content,
Okay,
and
yeah.
I'm not really focused on what's gonna happen. I just want to
Dope.
put out content, put out content,
Yeah.
put out content. That's one reality, right?
That's fucking
If
dope.
someone wants to come, I don't care who it is. I don't care what I'm saying, what I'm thinking of. I
Yeah.
want to put out content. My goal is kind of the opposite. You know, people say quality over quantity, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want to have as much episodes out as possible because I feel like there's no limit to what I could do and what I think about, and I could just keep putting out
Okay,
content.
so what you're saying,
I want to have, like...
in a way, you're saying
like-
you're confident in your quality.
Yeah,
You believe in your ability to have quantity.
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Where, like, even if I'm just putting out lots of episodes and it's just like he's just throwing it out, if you listen to any of those episodes, I feel like you'll find something. You'll hear something, you know? So I'm confident
Bro,
with that.
Yeah, okay. This to me is like, I love that response. I'm sure you have
And
more
then
to add. Yeah.
the second thing was what you brought up to me, which kind of just fit in like a puzzle piece.
Mhm.
So I'm focused on what I know I'm good at and what I can do with
Yeah.
one reality.
Yeah.
You're proposing learning about the advertising marketing side of things and to build
Yeah,
a
we're gonna.
platform.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it
Yeah.
because I don't want to hesitate about it. We're gonna build a network where we're like, like we have a certain type of energy and a certain type of mindset, right? And it's like we gotta find a way to make that fit and work in the world while we could do what we want to do. The idea is to just build a network where people could do the same. And I mean, we've had now, I guess, a decent conversation about how we get there and stuff, right? But basically, yeah, when we have like it's the ugly part of it, but you have to learn other aspects of it, or maybe who knows, like parts of it might click with you, and where you would never in another world be like, I could explore this field.
And I was telling you from my perspective, it was the skills I'll learn along the way and also the confidence booster. So
Yeah,
for one of my main goals with that multimedia platform we want to build is for you to put out your music. That's something I'm looking forward to a lot.
I
you know what I'm saying?
appreciate that,
And me
that,
being in
same,
the background of you doing that, I'm
No,
gonna learn certain
yeah,
skills that'll
Yeah,
help you.
I don't even want to cut you off when you said like I want a safe space. I want a space where I could just have one reality where I
Yeah.
could just do whatever the fuck
Yeah.
I want to do and just fucking,
Yeah.
same, like I have the same mindset. It's like I just want to be able to just have that comfort of just being like I could just do me, but then also not have to worry about doing me and how it's received and everything. It's just creating a groundwork and a space that's outside of our ideas and stuff that just helps us funnel our ideas. And why not
Point it
have
towards
other-
a goal. That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
point it towards a goal? Yeah. And help others. Like
Yeah.
help others. I don't want to sound weird. Sure, help some people, but at the end of the day, it's a give and take, Like
100%. That's how
you
life
like
is, though.
yeah, so like it's help somebody who wants to help themselves. It's an equivalent thing, Like it's like everybody's got a benefit. So it's like there is that aspect of it where it's like it's not purely altruistic, and it could never be purely altruistic. It could be maybe if you get to a certain stage, but definitely not at the start,
I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm excited for that, because obviously that's something that we struggle with, learning that the business side, marketing side, and all that.
And like you mentioned, confidence, man. It's the biggest precursor to learning anything is confidence. Like, I want to put like an extreme example. If you looked at like a very difficult calculus or physics equation, right? I would stare. I'd be like, "Fuck that! I'm never gonna know that in my life," But the way I want to see it is, I could learn it if I want to learn it. I'm just gonna choose not to learn it because I have other things that are more important to me.
Yeah.
It's not about. I don't want to feel defeated. I always want to be confident. I want to know. In fighting to find, basically confidence is fighting to find your limitation.
So it's
And
interesting
yeah.
how you said what you said, confidence is fighting to find your limitation.
Yeah, and I believe it's unlimited. That's what you learn.
Okay, that's hard. But you see how you said it starts with confidence.
Yeah.
All of this, it's confidence, right?
Mm.
And I told you my main goal right now. It's like I'm sharpening my blade, like my axe. I'm not trying to hit the tree. I'm sharpening my axe because
or you're putting like your hand on a stove, taking it off. Hand on a stove, taking it off.
Confidence, like it comes from what people can't see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it comes from, we like to quantify it as a society, you know? We can quantify confidence and we can package it and we can sell it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are or anything. You're allowed to be confident. Because why? Are you not allowed to be confident? But it's like, why is confidence such a hard sell? And you can't even tell others when you can't even sell it to yourself. It's like, you're allowed to be confident. Period. It doesn't fucking matter. Confidence, for me, is an alignment of myself, what I believe, right? And what I live. It's like, if what I believe and what I live are aligned, I know it's the truth, you know? And that's confidence to me, what I found, my personal definition of confidence. Still, I can't sell it to myself because I get distracted. And it's like, I look at things and I'm like, oh, I don't have that, you know? Oh, I'm not that cool. Oh, like, you know, just fucking, you know? And it's like, I lose myself a lot too. Like in the worst ways possible, you know, like I would sell out to the ugliest parts of my brain and stuff. All due to the lack of confidence. It's like, all of it could be remedied. How? You know what I mean? Like, confidence, but like it's such a complex entity. It's like you have to fight for it, but at the same time we're aware that like you could just have it, you know?
I feel like one person's aware and one person isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like if that person who's inside of me could run the show, it'd be a completely different story. But the person who is like has the final say.
That person is inside you, and that person is working, because like even in part of the mission statement that you have for your podcast is like made to assist. You know? Clearly, you're able to be confident when it comes to outside of yourself. You know, but that comes from the confidence inside of yourself. You just gotta fucking meet it.
That's hard. That's hard still.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of an indication that my confidence comes from, like, what you just said is hard. What you just said is tough still.
Yeah.
But that's why I was saying God before. Like, I feel like once you, like, truly believe that he's there, the confidence, no one can take that away. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it so it's impossible for whatever state I reach with God, it can't change because you can't take that away from me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a lot of times growing up, your confidence could come from your parents, but that could change. Your confidence can come from siblings, from friends. That could all change. You know what I'm saying?
Your social standing, everything.
That's built
bro.
for
what
a
clothes you wear,
coaster.
everything.
You know what I'm saying? Your confidence come from clothes or your vain or prideful goals that you accomplished maybe growing up. That doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
It doesn't even matter to start off with. It's an idea sold to us. It doesn't fucking matter, period. You know, like it's not even about it. Basically, we're learning to unlearn how we've been programmed to feel confidence, you know? And it's no fault of anything, but it's like if the awareness is there and you realize that you can just be confident, it's like you can't say it. I feel like even me saying it when I'm not confident, it's like, what's the point? You know, it's like you have to really believe it to, like, it's just one of those ideas where it's like you have to believe it to sell it.
You have to believe it to
but
sell
I also think it for sure it's probably top 3 struggles for every human ever, you know?
And what's the other ones?
I mean, it's probably, I would say self-love is
a lot of things are linked though. Like I was thinking about it. Like I was thinking of, but I'm like, they're all kind of linked in a way.
Yeah, they're all fucking tied together. But
so you said love, confidence.
Love, for me, honestly, it's like if you really reduce it down, it's self-love and ability to love for me. I don't know if I have a top 3, but I think that's the central theme. Like that's the struggle always.
Self-love and ability to love.
How about you?
Me, the three biggest struggles of a human, is that what we're talking about? Letting go.
Do you think letting go is tied to self-love?
It's all tied. Bro.
Yeah,
it's all tied.
Yeah,
you can't,
same, because letting go
tied.
is such a big theme for me too. And
It's all
tied to.
It's all tied. Bro.
Yeah, it's all fucking. It goes back.
I literally have love tatted. Like, you don't think I deal with that too, bro?
Yeah.
Like, you know
bro,
what I'm saying?
I'm looking. I've this year is, bro, the amount of tattoos for me. It's like, I don't even know. I was even like the other day.
I'm done.
I'll done?
Never get another tattoo again.
Really?
So.
I think I could fucking go.
Yeah, you probably could. But that's what I'm saying.
But the money's got to be right. Then it's like money,
that's
and like I gotta set my life up.
It's a blessing that you don't have the money, you don't have the access right now. Because if you did have it, you would have went crazy by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually it's a great thing that you're not put in certain situations where you do. You know what I'm saying?
No, if I tattooed every idea I ever had on me, I would have hated myself.
And that's what I'm saying. And you were the type of mind, and like, cause I could have had that problem too, where it just takes over. You know what I'm saying? Then you want to go do it, but we can't, and which is a good thing. Yeah. Because now you're gonna learn a healthier, better way to figure out whatever that is. Yeah. Because it's just like, it's not solving anything. Like, like at first it's really good, it's cool, but then it's like, instead of tattooing, just believe it and just apply it to your life. You don't need to tattoo it to apply it to your life. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just an excuse.
Yeah, but what if you see tattoos as like art? And it's like, if you want to, I don't know. I like.
Your music's art.
I know, but it's like different ways to. Like, I like to express myself. Because of the, like, I don't want to play it down because it's coming from my mouth, but like, the extreme level of anxiety and low confidence and stuff I struggle with has always dampened my ability to express myself, right? So I think that's why now I live a life that's so polar opposite of that. It's like, I'm like, fuck that. Like, I can do whatever I want, and I could think however I want. And it's like, at the end of the day, for me, there's the fundamentals is like, like, I don't want to hurt myself, you know? Maybe tattoos is a way of, like, kind of hurting yourself. You think it's a way of mutilation? A bit mutilating?
Mutilation?
Is tattoo mutilation? That's a very fucking extreme term. But,
what?
But it changes the way you're perceived. Like, the same way, like, let's say if I had a nose ring, it's like, that would change the way I'm perceived. I think like every single person I meet who has like sleeves done or has like nose ring or something, or like colored hair, something where it's like they're pulling in is different than the norm and stuff, right? It's like, do they just like it, or is it they want to be perceived that way? Or like, I don't know, there could be a million reasons why you do things. Maybe I'm thinking for myself, because I do think if I was tatted, it'd be an easy way to be like, if I was tatted all the way, it would be an easy way to be like, have something interesting to talk about or something, you know, and like just be perceived in a way where they're like, yo, I wonder, like, you know?
Oh, I thought you were going along the lines of, if someone is like overly tatted or has a lot of sleeves or whatever, you can tell there's something going, like, you could kind of perceive there's something going on. But I feel like that's not the case, because like a lot of, now it's a common look. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's normalized. You can see a lot of NBA players and you don't think twice, even though they are probably going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't. You would just look at it like a style. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't think they're going through something. Yeah. So that doesn't work. Like you said, nose ring. I never noticed if someone has a nose ring or not. I couldn't tell you.
Really? Yeah,
that doesn't stand out.
I used to really want one.
Yeah.
Still sometimes, but it's like I asked myself why I would want one. It would change the way the whole world interacts with me, you know? It's like everyone's going to be like, they have a, but I think maybe it was, I don't know, I wanted to be different or something before I realized like I am different. Like, it's just the way I want to live my life, you know? It's like maybe that was like a way for me to be like, I'm going to, I remember now. Okay. I used to think, still part of me, You know, that kid still in me. It's like I was like, yo, if I tattooed all the way, and if I have like a nose ring or something, I'm gonna filter out all the bullshit. You know, I'm gonna filter out everybody who's judgmental. That's what I remember thinking. But I know it's because I grew up in a fucking strict Pakistani environment, and like I wasn't really able to do the things I wanted to do. So like my antidote was the extreme opposite. I was like, yeah, I'll fucking get piercings, I'll fucking get tattoos and shit, you know. And like it'll filter out everybody who's ever been judgmental towards me.
I was gonna say that too. Like when you're talking about, do they do it because they like it, or they want to be perceived a certain way? I feel like I was thinking like the opposite of free will, kind of like it's not. They just did it. There's a reason why, like going back, like throughout their life, why they went down that route. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. In the past, I think now it's such a normalized thing. It's almost like this is cool, this is aesthetic, you know, and like it's not maybe the new norm could literally be like fucking not doing anything. Like that look is getting fucking less and less common, you know, just being fucking not trying to change the naturalness of things.
Like I know Lil Baby doesn't have no tattoos because he said he doesn't want to be seen as a...
Yeah, he doesn't want to be seen as a gangster or anything. Yeah.
So it's like those things affect your next move.
Yeah, they do. You have to think long. Yeah.
Like everything we do, like our passions, our life stories, they all revolve around our scars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, yes, even for people who would be like, no, they're just not aware of it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of our existence is a reaction to our scars. Actually, that's good that you bring that up. There's something really important I wanted to talk about, and it's trauma, you know? It's really easy to trauma is a really easy vehicle to use to sometimes connect with people and stuff, right?
Yeah. It's not how we connected.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, but just because something is like based in trauma and stuff, right? And I didn't have I honestly get embarrassed, but I did not have the awareness of that at all, you know? I wasn't like, yeah, man, Isaiah, it's because we connected because of trauma, you know? But it's like, I want to clear the ground. I want to make sure, like, sure, like, trauma is a part why the initial connection and stuff happened, but like, I want to let go. I want to grow, and I don't want to be defined by trauma and stuff, you know? I don't want my relationships to be defined by trauma, right? Because for so long, my whole life, I've just lived my life as a reaction being defined by trauma, you know? I want to move into a space where I'm just me. And before I was aware of it, I used to think like I'm just me. It's like, really? Like, obviously there's always going to be layers to peel back, but one of the biggest ones that I think, like, ugly truths and stuff, they're always almost blind. Like, you're not aware of them. They're right under your nose. You could sniff them out of other people and stuff, but you'll never sniff it out of yourself. And that's how they invade your brain. It's like they invade your brain by being your best friend, and your best friend is your thoughts, you know? So I'm learning I don't want to be defined by traumas and stuff. I just want to be defined by being absent, you know? So, yeah. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
That's crazy. It's interesting how you called it blind, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's blind because it's in your face. Like, your best friend's always with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
You said they're blind because you see it as like a partner, you know what I'm saying? Or you seek comfort or salvation in it. But in reality, that's that's who you're looking for. Like, you're talking to him about, you're about to go get this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you and your thoughts, like, we're going to go get him. But, like, the person who you want to get is the person you're talking to. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's so like they disguise said, like, whatever the fuck it is. It wants to disguise itself. It wants to be normal. It wants to be part of your thoughts. It wants to control you fully. You know, like, it wants to impede on your consciousness. It wants to impede on your purity. It wants to impede on your will to live and wants to impede on everything. And it's the way it takes over, literally, is in my experience, is being your best friend. And it's like, it's not an easy shake. Like, if you become aware of it, you become addicted to it. And it's like, addiction's not easy either. It's like, how do you become addicted to something, you know? Like, I have tried a lot of things and stuff, but like, I would say in my life, like, my hardest addictions, now I'm realizing one is my addiction to self-sabotage, like, to a way too unhealthy of a degree, like, just pure chaos. Still, even when I say like I want to be structured and stuff, I feel so lame. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, you know? But it's like, no, like, I think like sometimes you need it. And that, again, I realized like my brain, like, just because as long far back, even into childhood and stuff, as long as I could think, I've been traumatized. So it's like I need to undo the damage and stuff. And then like in a real world example is escapism. Like, the most I've ever been addicted to anything was literally video games. And it's like, it was literally an addiction that took over my whole life completely, like, whole, like, in the sense that I didn't want, like, anything I ever did, it just revolved around playing video games, because it was just such an easy escape, and it was an easy way to get the dings in my brain and stuff, you know? It's like fucking League. I know most League players, I swear they're traumatized. Like, it's like it's just so, it's too addicting of a fucking game, bro. It's like it's almost like it's like a different universe. But it's like, you all of a sudden, you don't want girls, you don't want to go out, you don't want to do anything, you know? It's like, you just want to play League, you know? And I would never take it back. It was probably, I'm not gonna lie, like, the innocence attached to it and stuff, like just playing video games and having fun and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think life gets much funner than that. But I realized as an adult, that's not an appropriate look, you know? And like, it's probably also why it's so easy for me to make beats, and like my reason to write songs and like just do things. It's like, I think it literally stems from like, it's escapism and stuff. Like, I don't want to be present in my body. I'm always searching for a heightened state of consciousness. And sometimes, like, even drugs and stuff, like, if I like it, sometimes I have the ability to be like, I'm going to do this until, you know, it goes wrong. And then, like,
interesting how it's all escapes. Like, even how you said made to assist, like, I'm best when I'm outside myself. We're always trying to leave ourselves. You know, when you're in a home and it's just toxic, like, whether it's a significant other, like family members, whatever, like something in the home, it doesn't feel like your home. And you just don't even want to be in there. You know what I'm saying?
You since you brought that up, you're very familiar with that, no?
Yeah. So like,
same. Yeah.
How you said our thoughts could be our worst enemy and stuff. I feel like our mind is already tapped from how long? Like, they got us from so young. So like, when you go to, I need to get out, or I need to like do something with my life. Yeah. And you're feeding in to something that's programmed for you to want to do the things that you want to do. Yeah. And then it kind of clashes with you, and it creates like a hell inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because then you want to leave.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the only way, you know, is so torturous and it's so painful. It probably kill you it could literally kill you super young and shit. It's like, you want to let go of that and you want to go in a different direction, you know? And it's like, I just feel like it's tough. I think it's the hardest thing anyone could ever do for themselves, is like, fight that, figure out how, you know, everyone has different ways of doing it. I don't want to knock take medication and go to therapy and any of that stuff, but everybody has their own way to do it. And it's definitely a battle, for sure. It's crazy that you mentioned the home thing, because, man, like, I think that's one of the fucking, definitely one of the pillars of that, is like feeling, for me, it was like feeling sick and stuff when I was in the presence of whatever the fuck you're supposed to think home is, right? But then I look at my life and stuff, it's like, I do get confused sometimes, because from crashing in fucking Airbnbs for work to fucking the studio to cars to friends' place, everywhere. It's like it's a constant need. I don't think I could sit in one place for too long. It's like it's a pattern for sure. How what like talk about you moved to
Milton
Saga
first. I moved to Milton.
Milton. Yeah. Talk about Milton. How you mentioned that you were there 7 months and stuff, but like what was going through your brain at the time?
My thought process was there was a lot going on at home where I couldn't think straight. I couldn't find a time to literally just breathe and think about what I want to do, like how this game works. I want to figure out how the game works.
Yeah.
What's my part? Like, how do I succeed in playing this game, and what steps do I take to succeed? Like, it's very simple to me. People like to make things so dramatic. It's very systematic, and I'm trying to think, how do I like complete this game? But no one's giving me time to think. And I even realized like moments when like you would leave to go in the car or you would go in the shower, and you would just feel that sense of relief. Like, okay, this is where I need to like have my own space where I could just think, because people are just doing too much. And I truly believe in myself that like as long as I'm with me and there's no external voices, like I can take care of myself. Like I'll be straight. Like I just have that confidence in me that when it's up to me, I can only rely on myself, I know I can get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like once I kind of gained that reassurance that my plan to move out was actually possible, I did it so I can have that time to just truly be with myself. Because I'm not like afraid to face myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to be one-on-one with myself. It's only when I'm trying to face myself and then other people are coming and interrupting that session. It messes things. It makes it even, because once you're in a very vulnerable state.
Yeah, bro, you literally you talk like a creative. It's the same shit. Like literally you are a creative. It's the same exact shit. It's like the other energy could impact you and send you fucking spiraling.
Yeah.
So fucking quick. I don't even know how to put, like, I'm still learning how to put guards up and stuff and like just to behave normally and stuff. But it's like, I mean, you know me well enough now. Like I spend so much time alone. It's fucking, yeah. I'm not afraid to confront myself, and I found my joy. I've found a lot of joy in spending time by myself and just, looking past stuff, growing, and just being able to think and like that vulnerability, that heightened state of consciousness and stuff. I think all good music needs that too, and I hope I'm able to channel it the way I want to channel it and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, well, how do you think that bleeds into the podcast for you? Because one reality is kind of like, it's like your baby in a way. Like it's like, like a lot of your thoughts go into it. Like
it's kind of me teaching myself. Like I said, that if that person inside of me that talks, like I hear him sometimes, if he ran the show, like this life would be completely different. Like I'd be a monster. So
it's a confidence.
I don't know why. I don't know how to bridge the gap. I don't know how to tap into like where I could be him all the time, which we talked about how that's impossible.
Impossible, yeah.
So I use one reality as a gateway so he could talk to me and teach me how to.
So do you think like I think you say a lot of shit where it's just like it's very insightful and stuff. So I think that thing that you're talking about, that person, that other part of you, it bleeds through for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's where he gets to, like, it's a channel.
Yeah.
Like where he could talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's crazy. I used to say like, yo, like when I would describe like my life to people, it's like I always say like there's like Peter Parker and there's Spider-Man, you know? There's fucking Bruce Wayne, there's Batman. Yeah. Clark Kent, Superman. Like,
but Bruce Wayne especially, like he believes he's more Batman than Bruce Wayne. Like Bruce Wayne's the cover for him. Like he's only himself when he's Batman. That's what he feels like.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. That's crazy. I like that one the most.
But it's funny how like me and my cousin have actually evolved on this type of ideology because it's also part of his way of not growing up or like not leaving that alley that his parents died in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Alfred, who's his partner, you know what I'm saying? Like his butler, whatever. But he's been there since he was a kid.
Yeah.
He never he doesn't think about Batman the same way Bruce Wayne does. Like he kind of makes fun of him, like, oh, the Batman will take care of it or something. Like he never calls him Batman. He never calls Bruce Wayne directly Batman, like almost ever, because it's foolishness to him. Like, grow up.
Yeah.
You're Bruce Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you need to grow out of this.
Yeah.
I'll love you no matter what you do. But
if you really think about it, Alfred is family. That's his family, Alfred.
yeah,
And Alfred is, I mean, the fact that Alfred is like, you're not Batman. It's like, I think that's crazy archetype. I think that's what we struggle with. That's crazy. It's like, I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. That's fucking trippy. What the fuck? Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Regardless, you're Batman. I'm Batman. We tap into these states and we know.
Didn't I tell you this story? I think I did when I was in when I was graduating JKSK, right? And then they said that like the last assignment was we're supposed to paint a picture, and then during our graduation ceremony we're supposed to hold up the picture and say what we want to be when we're older.
Yeah.
And I remember I was drawing a picture, right? And she came and she's like, yo, what is this? I forget what I was drawing at first, but she was like, yo, you can't draw this. You need to start again. This is horrible. Da, 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 da. I'm like, you just don't get it. You just don't understand, bro. So then I drew a next picture, whatever. So now we all go to present what we want to be when we're older.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a ballerina. I want to be an astronaut. And then Isaiah goes up. When I grow up, I want to be Batman. And I hold up the picture. And my dad, to this day, still has a picture on his wall in his room.
What?
To this day.
Yo, dude.
To this day, my dad still has a picture in his room. Still.
That's crazy.
From young, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like the rest
you
of
know
these people
this,
still.
bro.
I didn't want to be like the rest of
the
these
awareness.
people.
That's crazy. No, you never share that story, but that's an origin story.
That's funny still.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting how when I really tuned into that person when I moved to Milton because I was on my own. And I was kind of like, all right, I don't know what to do.
It's like you get a chance to just breathe.
Yeah. And I was like, let me just listen to, like, if I could go back and actually listen to the advice that people gave me that I should have, let me execute that now. And I was doing those certain things and it was helping me. And then one thing I did was I said I wanted to be Batman. What's that about? And I went to the library and I'm like, yo, what books do you have about knights? And there was a specific section, like she's like, this, out of all the sections, this one little section is about knights, like these 7 books. I go over and it's about the Crusades, which is Christianity.
Yeah.
Which ties into me being a Christian. So I'm like, this is kind of like logos. Like I'm following a certain path. And it was really cool. I was doing foolishness in Milton. I was doing foolishness. So then I learned about the Crusades that's Christianity. Like that's like the dark Christianity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, it was just, but it made me grow in my faith because I know the dark side and like how manipulative it can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it all tied together.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was born to serve, man. Batman serves. He serves the city. He serves the people. I was born to serve.
Yeah.
So it all ties together. It all ties in.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Question,
I generally had no clue about your time in Milton, but it's crazy how you were like tapped in and just like living life and like just the awareness. And you look back and you're like, yo, like certain events and stuff.
Yo, it's crazy. Like I told you, now I'm getting into because Milton. That was like a big part of my life. So, like, I'm thinking, all right, I got away.
Yeah.
When my phone would ring, it would hit. Even worse, like when I was there, it would hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when people would call my phone and just use all their tactics. Like it's like, okay, now he's actually trying to get away. Like no holds bars. We're gonna just. Like, the gloves are off. Like, the kid gloves are off. And people are just saying a bunch of nonsense. A bunch of different people are saying nonsense on my phone and just bother me when I'm trying to get my alone time. And I was telling someone this recently, this story about me and Milton. And I told her how I threw my phone in the lake. And
You
how
told me that too.
and how
which is just fucking. I don't know how that went over my head. That's crazy.
and then that like the feeling I felt was second to none. Like
yeah.
I can't name like 5 other times or like in my life where I felt better than that when I threw my phone in the lake, right? Like I don't know what I was holding on to. And then that allowed me to kind of read the Bible freely. Like I had no restrictions or restraints on reading the Bible, and I knew I was going down the right path. But when I told this specific person the story, she was like, "I'm glad it wasn't you. Like you don't understand that you were going through like what you call it, mental breakdown." She said, "I was going through a mental breakdown." She said, and how like people who get to that certain brink or to that point think about throwing themselves in the lake and not their phone. You know what I'm saying? But I never.
Wow.
I was on the edge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I never got to that point though. Like I was just thinking, I know what I need to do to succeed, and I'm gonna do those steps. I never thought to myself that I couldn't succeed, and I think that might have been the difference. But who knows, man? Who knows? Like, like my cousin preaches 1%. Like if things were off by 1%, it'd be a completely different story.
Yeah.
So everything happened for that reason.
Yeah. Yo, okay. Oh, we gotta tie this in. We literally talk about confidence, everything. Why we question every single tiny thought. Well, literally, people are. I think this over analytical, hyper introspective perspective on self and existence. You're gonna always find like a flaw. Like it could have been different here. It could have been different here. It could have been different here. From like, but everything I fucking hear, you know, as somebody who hasn't lived your life, it's like I understand it to be inspirational. I understand it to be like you're Isaiah. Like, why can't you just believe in Isaiah? You know, like what stops you from believing in Isaiah? Like,
I feel like, is that allowed? I don't know if it's allowed. Like, cause you're supposed to believe in like God made Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta believe in God, but it's like it's hard for me to like. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying? With us, like,
I do know. Yeah.
Like,
it's like when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself.
That's
like we talked about how you literally have an episode called Mirrors too. Like,
and I was just talking to my friend about the belt of truth and how God says like, in order for like this God thing to work, in order to put on the armor and to understand the word and everything, you got to believe that what I'm saying is actually like real and true. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe it's true, then you're wasting your time. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like you're not supposed to believe in yourself like that, and I feel like that leads to pride and arrogance and ego.
So
and
it's a curse that comes with the gift.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying it's a curse that comes with the gift?
You got to do it the right way. I'm saying, like, you got to hold off on. I feel like believing in myself is like, or like saying like I believe in Isaiah is like Black Spider-Man type movements, and I feel like the real Spider-Man believes in like the God gave you this responsibility. Like, God gave you this power for a specific responsibility, you know what I'm saying? And you're accountable. And I know that my design, my purpose is for this, and that's why I'm doing it. Because I was designed to do this by God. Not just, I'm me, and I'm going to do what I want because I believe in me. Like, I feel like that will steer you.
It'll steer you into a domain of self-indulgence. And it'll steer you into a domain of where your morality takes a big hit. And I know that because I think I've been on both sides. Like, yeah, you generally need something bigger than yourself. I don't want to downplay the value of faith and stuff because like I just said you need something bigger than yourself. Like, I don't think that's a fair analogy or anything. I think when you become focused on self and you become centered, you become way more indulgent. I don't care who you are. You could be any human ever to exist.
It's not wrong to be selfish. It's not wrong to be self-centered. It actually makes a lot of sense.
It does, but at the end of the day, like
that one actor, what's his name? Denzel Washington. He said, like, giving is the most selfish thing you can do in the world. Because the feeling you get, like, it's like a drug to him, like, to give to others. And
Yeah.
You get that sense of like, I did that. You know, I helped this
Yeah.
person out, and it's selfish.
Yeah.
Like he looks at it as selfish, but
Denzel is crazy. I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
he's so far along in life and he's so far along in his journey and stuff. It's like Denzel says a lot of profound shit.
if everyone was selfish,
Yeah.
the world would be a better place.
Yeah.
In a way, you know what I'm saying? In a specific way.
But it depends. I think Denzel's version of being selfish is different. Denzel has gone deep, deep, deep inside himself
Yeah.
to understand what it truly means to be selfish, you know? And to him, selfish, at the end, he realized it was an act of giving for him. I don't think that would be a common answer if you told everyone to be selfish, you know?
I feel like people.
Or if I gave myself the ability to be selfish.
Everyone wants to be
it's
looked at as
destructive.
good, though. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to be like a good person or not evil, so they try to do things for others so they can feel good. But that is what's making them evil, because they're putting these people like they're the definition of good. I want them to see me as good, but they're not. That's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? You're better off looking at it from your own lens and doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
I think correct me if I'm wrong. I think what you're saying is you should be. You're saying be selfish, but I think really what you're saying is you should just be yourself and see how that transpires, like how it impacts the world.
But that is seen as selfish.
I think
That's
it's
the
seen
label.
as selfish. Is it selfish? No.
You
I
living
don't
the
think
life
you
you're
could ever
supposed to
call that-
live, like
there's
you
never
living the
been-
life that you're designed to live, will be labeled as selfish.
Okay, the only ode to life that I believe is, okay, one, you don't choose to exist, but two, it's like, it's an ode that your parents raised you and stuff, right? So it's like, in my head, the only place I could ever be selfish is not being there when they need me the most, you know? And I've learned that the hard way, as in ways I've told you. I mean, I haven't told you, but I brushed up on it. Maybe like you connect some dots and stuff, but that's my only ode of being selfish. It's like I can't abandon the people who have raised me.
That's idolization.
Is it idolization? Sure, but like I've come to a place where I know like they've done. Respectfully, they might have not done the things that they're supposed to do. And
They did a lot. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like in totality, they did.
Yeah,
They did
it's
a
like
lot. Yeah.
it's like to me, selfishness. It's literally almost maybe it's biological. It's like I have a need to take care of the people that birthed me.
Let me ask you a question.
And sure,
who did more for you, your parents or God?
Can I answer that honestly? It's neither. I'll answer that honestly.
What do you mean? How? How's that even possible?
Okay. Give me like 10 seconds. I really got to think about what I'm about to say because it's got to make perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Okay. Who did more for me? My parents or God? You know how I left religion very young, right? I hated God for a long, long time. And I hated my parents too for a very, very long time. Like, so I kind of grew up isolated in this chamber. So when it comes to who did the most for me, it's this might be a crazy answer, but I think it's blind faith, but not blind faith in anything except for myself. Like, it's like I know I have a path to walk, and I know I want to exist, and I know I want to be on this planet, and I know I want to do things, and it's my ability to be like, there's going to be a future where maybe in like an analytical sense, it could be like I realize like delayed gratification. I'm like, eventually I'll reach a place where I won't have to be in this environment. I won't have to be in this sort of pain. I lose that thought all the time and stuff, but I think actually, if I really think about it, it's escapism, probably. Escapism did the most for me. Like having the ability to kind of check out, be like, okay, like I've been here from my 9 to 5, check out, it's like, yeah, I think that did the most. That's a fucked up answer. If you like, but,
So now what I'm gonna say is,
yeah,
where your confidence lies
yeah,
is in you reviving or redeeming your relationships with your
Yeah.
parents and God.
yeah. I think I've
Like,
done a
that's where
very
your
good job. I
true-
think I've done a very good job at doing it too. I think like that's a path I went full circle, and you realize people are human. One, for my parents and stuff, and for God, it's like we're talking about having the gift and the curse. It's like the gift. There is a gift, man. Like this ability to see, ability to be very aware, and
Being
ability to be
alive.
very, being alive, and the ability to just experience things. Like if you're starved of something and you experience it, it's like the heightenedness of it that you feel and stuff is like crazy. So it's like when we're talking about acceptance, confidence, self-love, all this sort of stuff, like I don't know, I generally do think something's changed and something's clicked, and it's fresh.
You have
and
grown.
new.
Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We don't like to applaud ourselves. You have grown a
Yeah.
lot.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
I can tell that this growth has been happening. Like, you've been like redeeming your relationship with your parents. You've
Mhm.
been kind of
Do
open.
the most fucked up and hardest things on the planet.
100%, bro. You've been
Yeah.
open to me about a
Yeah.
lot of things, and we've been growing. And like, you're
Yeah,
open
no,
to
thank
talks
you,
about
bro.
God and
I
all
would
of that.
I would
like,
never say like I think one of the biggest vehicles in my growth was just like connecting, meeting you.
Yeah.
Like just it's actually, I think it's scary how many fucking how in a way it should be scary is how you're able to bounce thoughts and stuff. It's like a thought could leave me, it's my thought. Then a thought could leave you, it's your thought. But like your thought parallels sometimes my thought and stuff. So it's like I think that sort of introspectiveness and stuff is there's something profound about it, and it does make you feel more grounded and stuff, like I think it's really easy to feel alone and stuff. So it's really cool when you get to just connect with somebody who's like maybe at the part of the same journey, on the same way, whatever it is, like energy, fate, whatever. But it's dope that you get to have that moment and stuff. Yeah, that's I do is I very much respect it. That I mean, I don't even want to big myself out, but like even off there and stuff, I was literally telling you like the podcast and everything, like the reason why I respect it, the reason why I take it so seriously and stuff like this. It's not. I don't think it's a coincidence. Like there's reasons to it, whether I'm aware of it or not. Like I could have easily been like, oh, here's a podcast. Like I'm somebody, bro. We know we don't even do social media, nothing. Like I would favor being mysterious and I would favor being unknown and stuff. But like it's like I think it's generally the respect that makes me show up and stuff.
Yo, put out music, bro. Forget the tattoos. Like, I'm not gonna say forget like no label, because no label's hard. Like, but it's just you got that project, the mixtape, you got no label, you got all these different ideas, you got work. Put your music out, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's coming. It's
like
coming, bro.
I feel like what you're missing is that step as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
how you
100%.
respect what I'm doing, but like this is not doing anything. It's doing a lot for like me and you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But when it comes to like the grand scheme of things, it's not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell that how much it's growing us. You putting out your music, it might not seem big because maybe you're looking at it from the perspective of it's not gonna like do good, or like maybe how it's gonna be received. But you personally, like your growth will be exponential if you finally just take those steps in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I feel like
no, I have a few voices screaming at me, and it's like, yo, like put out your fucking music, Like one of those voices is my own, but like it's like
because I know what procrastination is. I've done you know what I'm saying? That was one of my best speeches like as a kid. Like
Yeah, same everything, bro. I
That
always save
could be a
everything
form
to
of
last minute.
procrastination, no matter
Is
how good it
is
is.
that why you call clutch? Do you clutch shit all the time?
Because I'm a bro. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? My brother, right? He used to always say like, "Yo, you clutch everything. You wait till the last second, and always goes in every single fucking time."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I can see procrastination it's a good thing, but your music, you're an artist.
I just want substance.
You're an
that's
artist,
what I'm focused
bro.
on, substance. Yeah.
Remember how you said tangible, concrete? You're an artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
I mean, you're an artist. I think just whatever this environment is that we created is a lot of art.
yeah,
A lot of artists, a lot of art.
yeah. This is my form of art, bro. This is what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this is what's crazy is this would probably be the last audio recording before there's a video.
Hopefully. Well, I'm gonna do solos too. But
oh yeah, solos, of course.
But like,
okay, we can talk about that later. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to incorporate. I think we should incorporate everything.
Into what?
No label.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for
find a way to incorporate the solos and everything too. Because like in a way, the solos are projects for you too.
I can just record the solos.
Yeah.
Like people do that. They just talking. Yeah, I could just do that. But yeah, man. This was. We've been growing to do something like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it'll be better soon. Like we'll have probably like better mics. Like so, like
everything is just gonna
it'll get the camera will come in. But
even the energy, bro.
This energy is different though. Like I like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? This was this is what we were leading up to. Like this is what I envisioned my pods to be like, especially with you. You know what I'm saying?
So this is getting posted. That's what you're saying.
Why wouldn't it get posted?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just look out for you.
I just think this is crazy. Like there's a lot.
You know what I'm saying, bro? But I was looking out for you though. Like I was making sure that you didn't say too much.
Yeah.
But you didn't give no details. So like we're good still for sure.
Yeah.
And me, like this is like I gotta be personal.
Shit.
Yeah, I gotta be personal,
how you do it.
bro.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. This was you felt it too, right? Yeah, this was
of course.
This was different for sure. This was different.
This one is extremely aware, and it's like aware in the sense that like we were even aware for the reason we're like, yo, trauma, this, that. It's like it's so much awareness that it's like
even your energy coming in, the way you just came in and just pressed like you so bold though. You know what I'm saying? You just came in heavy, dog. Like what? Stop playing.
Yeah. No, I hope. This is the one that you could like look. I could look back on. I could be like crazy.
But I guarantee, like, this is not gonna make sense the whole way through. I can guarantee it. I'm just thinking back.
No, I accept that. I think that's a feature.
For sure. I accept that 100%, bro. What? Like, but it's just funny though.
Yeah.
Like these guys are not making no sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it makes sense. I think it's hard. I'm gonna listen back and be like, this is tough.
Yeah. That's crazy. Now, that's another thing with confidence. It's like you can say something, you could listen, you could be like, yo, this is going to be crazy. Like, did that happen the first time? I don't think it happened. I think it was the opposite. Like, I talked about it before, but I literally came running to you. It's like yo.
I used to show people
this.
I used to show people the pods all the time, like my cousin and stuff. Like, I used to like play it and like kind of, all right, it's kind of cool. I can post this, but now I got to a point where I'm ready for that next step. I'm ready for us to figure out how to start boosting it online and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I actually can't wait. Like, you don't understand. I actually can't wait to film something of you or you drop.
Yo, it's happening. It's
just
happening.
like dark, because you even know how to like do the angles too. Like you do your little smoke thing in the air and your song's playing in some dark background. Like, dog. I want you to post something so bad. Bro.
No, I'm getting there.
Like I actually want it to be like the first thing on that page.
Oh shit!
Like
crazy.
A 30-second clip of you know what I'm saying, bro? I want you to just get used to that for sure.
I'm in, and I think that's a bandage that needs to be ripped off very soon,
bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was solid though for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This was solid.
Yeah, you end most of your podcasts with a certain word. You can say it. You want? I don't know if you know what it is.
I know what it is, but it's like that's it though. Like, what do you have to say for the people, bro?
Oh, say for the people.
What do you have to say for the people, man?
Nothing, man. There's a lot of growth.
Yeah.
confidence. You gotta love yourself enough to know that you can change. You have changed. Yeah. And that your experiences hold merit. And it's okay to fall too. It doesn't fuck up any of the progress, you know? You get back up.
I was literally just watching a video about falling in love, and it was talking about how falling and creation are tied. Like, it has like a mystical connection, like the fall and what creation is, and like it makes sense, right? So I like how you said fall right there. My favorite part of this pod, though, like off what I remember, was that best friend part for sure. Like,
yeah, that, and I remember it.
Your ugly truth, like,
yeah,
what, like, you're refusing to face, it becomes your best friend. You know what I'm saying?
And it becomes your best friend because you ignore it too. You know, like you might have known what it is, but then you ignore it. You're like, that's not me. Like, it becomes your best friend.
And it's interesting because like the people you love, like, and that's like literally by law of like what love is. Like, love is blind, so you can't. It's really hard to see like the darkness or the bad things of people you love because you love them, and you like, and when you idolize someone, you put them in a light that makes them seem better than what it actually is. You know what I'm trying to say?
And number two, along the same lines, is that's why you need to protect your energy too. It's like, you gotta, whatever that thing is where like you're able to see the ability to see the good in others and stuff, it's like, that's good, you know, but at the same time, it's like, you gotta protect your energy because everything bleeds. Other people's negative traits could bleed onto your positive traits. And it's like, where are you trying to get in life? You know, it's like, you could, I know for a fact you're the type of person who could be friends with everyone, you know?
Who?
You.
Yeah.
I think.
For sure. Like,
you have, same. That's what, I mean, I don't want to say same like that, but I know that for myself.
Bro, just talk continuously, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, you're the same.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like, it's a superpower and it's a curse, but you just gotta, at a certain point, you gotta grow and you gotta know what it is, and it's like, you gotta prioritize yourself.
That's just interesting, bro. Like, your ugly truths, like the biggest thing inside of you that's holding you back, you love it and you idolize it, and it's your best friend, and that's what keeps you company in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it like
disguises itself because you can't see it because you love it, so you're blind to it. It just makes it even harder to rip it away. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's about it, bro. All right, man, we can end it here, man. Love.